Robertson is a proud Zionist like me. Am Yisrael Chai! Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai! You know what this star represents, yeah? Nazis. This flag represents the Nazis. That is a new Nazi symbol.
I am the world's proudest Jewish Nazi.
Take the Saudi side, take the Saudi side, take the Saudi side. Watch how quickly they get triggered.
Well, this Avi Saudi Zionist, the Trigger Yemini, is learning. He hijacked the ALA political party, his bullfeds all over it, and now he is attempting to hijack the Australian People's Yellow Vest activist movement. We have seen what happens in Australia, how people's movements are infiltrated by political factions, the right-wing infiltration and sellout of the Reclaim Australia rallies being the latest classic example, and now the Yellow Vests. Let's have a look at this press release from Australia First Party. Urgent letter to the Yellow Vests. Yellow Vests being hijacked by political party Australian Liberty Alliance. The Australian Electoral Commission has just received an application for the registration of Yellow Vest Australia by a political party registered as the ALA, or the Australian Liberty Alliance, under which they will be changing their name. These bad actors that have been attempting to rewrite the narrative of countless community groups and organisations are in the woodwork of every major political, civic, patriot group here in Australia, and are once again making yet another Forks move, this time against the Yellow Vest movement. Make no mistake, these agent provocateurs have sought to undermine Australian independence and sovereignty from the outset of their dubious foundation. What is even more sobering is that if they succeed with their pending rego by the 26th of March, it means they will essentially have legal right over the entire Yellow Vest movement in Australia. In regards to the right wing, this infiltration of the right wing by bad actors is common nowadays and obvious. Bad actors like self-confessed Zionist Avi Yemini and his associates directly undermine the fabric of Australian nationalism. Like the left, the right-wing bad actors undermine Australian history and culture. As we see later though, infiltration is not just a right-wing thing. Later I expose a left-wing faction of the Yellow Vests. The Australian Liberty Alliance has committed to vested foreign interest in roll the drums, Israel, because that's where the money is, baby. Seriously, they are basically committed neocons or neoconservatives. They are committed to Israeli-backed wars and history. They are dual nationals in ideology, or just dual nationals. Enough said. Official objections can and should be filed directly with the Australian Electoral Commission immediately. Objections must be received by the Australian Electoral Commission by the 26th of March 2019 and must include your name, street address and signature. Email and address provided on video. At the end of the video, I will provide a copy of the Register of Political Parties notification regarding the name change of the ALA. I will also provide a full copy of the press release by Australia First Party regarding the ALA's attempt to change its name to the Yellow Vest Australia. Now let's check out Avi Yemini's page, and here we see he's got the notification up on his page posted, and everyone's having a crack at him for it, which is pretty funny. Trying to capitalise on other people's ideas again. Yellow Vest is also a social movement. It's not a political movement. Avi has got himself confused again. Perhaps Avi is the problem. Lower than a snake's belly. Typical of you fuckers. Hey, this isn't me, I'm not paying them. These are good actors, mate, these are good actors. And now we come back an hour later, and it's all gone. So obviously, somebody at the ALA has told him to pull his head in. But there you go, it's all gone. Something's going on here. He's obviously pissed somebody off. Or maybe it wasn't the message I was trying to convey. But anyway, now let's go and have a look at these dickheads. Avi's political party. You see this buffhead? And again, Avi's buffhead. More horse shit than Avi. Some anti-Islamic horse shit. Avi, and Avi again. We see this dude obviously has ADHD. And if I was in that political party, I'd get the shits. He's just taking too much attention. Now I expose a left-wing faction of the Australian Yellow Vests. You wanted to be in a video, Joseph Perkins, you got it, mate. I got kicked out of his Yellow Vest group for posting nationalist stuff, basically. Now here Joe admits he founded a group and he is no lefty. What exactly did he found? I did a background check and ambushed this anarchist sympathiser from side on. Then I slam dunk him. I say, look at the reviews on Activist Network Australia Facebook page. Here to stamp out groups into bigotry such as us. I ask, are you the founder of Activist Network Australia? Are you a con man? Activist Network Australia founded the group. You run Activist Network Australia. Do you sell it to the highest bidder? Joe responds, let's do this then. I asked Joe before making the video if he would like to contribute to this discussion or video, and I'm yet to receive an inbox. I did offer to let him speak unedited. In the last we will hear from Joe, he tells me his life story. He says, the page is me, the group is me. I left it in control of a friend while I was busy with cancer. When I came back, I took the page back, which had been dormant, and started hosting events from there. It's so I could avoid Antifa dicks on my profile. I asked him to clean up his Yellow Vest group and readmit me, and I received no response. Generally, like Avi Yemini, Joe is sold out or aiming for personal aspirations. He is taking the popularist path. His personal aspirations outweigh national aspirations. He is choosing to prescribe to the mainstream narrative. After close examination, as you will see, it's the same old fake rebellious clap trap. cul-de-sac politics. So basically, he was crook with cancer and got infiltrated. Trust anarchists to take advantage of a man down. I'd like to believe this narrative rather than people selling out. You make your own mind up. I won't have to say much here. You will see the hypocrisy of this tag team pour forth. In this pic we have Avi and his bitch, the ALA party leader, Debbie Robertson. We know her idol, Tommy Robertson, is a fake name and dude. So what's your go, Miss or Mrs. Robertson or Robinstein? Or whatever you call yourself? She's obviously a paid actor. This is coordinated intelligence propaganda at its finest, the Australian Liberty Alliance. When brands of Islam like Saudi Wahhabism carry out wars that favour Zionist right-wing aspirations, that brand or nation of Islam becomes acceptable over their own flesh and blood that is at war with Saudi Islam. Let's not kid ourselves. Avi Yemini and the Australian Liberty Alliance, or right-wing generally, are not anti-Islamic. In the following clip, I give credit to Ross Cameron for asking this particular question.
Avi, I'm going to ask, I'm going to give you a question without notice. Since you are a Yemeni, Yemen has been at various stages one of the world's poorest countries, yet we see this great wealth among other Arab Emirates on the Arabian Peninsula, but this one area of extreme poverty, it has become the centre of effectively a proxy war between Iran and Saudi Arabia. And at the moment, the West is arming Saudi to destroy Yemeni peasants, effectively, as a family, a Jewish family with some roots in Yemen. Give us your 2 cents worth on that conflict.
Look, in that conflict, obviously, I take the Saudi side. And the
threat is Islam, and its non-moderate version.
When brands of Islam, like Saudi Wahhabism, carry out wars that favour Zionist right-wing aspirations, that brand or nation of Islam becomes acceptable over their own flesh and blood that is at war with Saudi Islam. Let's not kid ourselves. Avi Yemini and the Australian Liberty Alliance, or right-wing generally, are not anti-Islamic.